Locked in, everybody knows poppin'. Tell a hater hoe to shut up and start the talking. Conversations getting juicy cause I'm the topic. Eat them up, leave no crumbs, got these bitches starving. Young turned lit and I'm put up. On these bitches next to my foot up. Skin smooth, flawless, call me hood, hate the bum.
Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Get Messy with Meg. Welcome back, y'all. Make sure you guys are spreading the word, spreading the wealth. We got to pay our dues, y'all. We really get into this podcast, you know. Just make sure you are sharing it. Make sure you are reviewing it, leaving the review, whether it's comments out or just some stars. Make sure you're sharing it with your friends, family, uncle, baby, daddy, mama. I don't care who it is. Just make sure you're sharing it, liking, all that good jazz so I can keep this thing going. It's free to y'all, okay? But it costs me some money on the back end. So thank you in advance, okay? And thank you to those who, show up every week to make sure they are listening and tuning in to what Lil Me has to say. And then, of course, thank you to all the newbies who have joined us. I hope you've had the time to go back and listen to all the other episodes. I would just really appreciate everybody's feedback. I am new to this, I can only get better. I am only looking to grow in the craft, I'm just happy to be here and be able to do this and just speak on how I feel, my opinions, my thoughts on all these topics, whatever pops up in my head. But let's go ahead and get into it. So last weekend we talked about how as Black people, we are the blueprint. So that therefore we are the Black print. And it's so crazy. Ever since I dropped that podcast episode, whenever I get on like TikTok and stuff, there are other people basically saying the same thing, of course. But what was very interesting was I seen an actual palm person get on there talking about how basically we are the blueprint. I thought that was very interesting. Like anything that I get on here and say, I'm not even just 100% wrong. I'm not 100% right. These are my opinions and I'm entitled to them. But it's just nice to know that, we're not the only people that feel that way. I'm not the only person that feels that way. So it's nice to know that we are not alone. Okay. So, of course, just, hopping on the topic of us being the blueprint, aka the Black print, that also opened up me wanting to discuss kind of how everybody wants to date us, but they don't want to be us. And I just felt like if I would have hopped into that on that episode, it would have turned into a full Jungle Fever episode. So I decided to do this episode on Jungle Fever. So, we all know that interracial dating has been a thing amongst our ancestors. It has been around for centuries. It was not normal and it was not accepted back in the day. But mind you, when people were in interracial relationships, they were truly just attracted to themselves as people. They were not looking at each other's skin. They didn't care what they looked like. They were just in love. They wanted to be together against all odds. I mean, they were risking being lynched, murdered, put in jail. Basically, they was find some different type of consequences that we will face today as far as interracial dating, right? I feel like lately and over the years, now that interracial dating is accepted, it's become outside of just truly people being attracted to each other without seeing color and just loving each other. It's becoming a thing. Like, I feel like other people we've become a fetish. They're obsessed with us. It's just like, I feel like a lot of people who aren't us have realized that they don't have to just naturally, go and get BBLs, go and get the Botox, go and get the filler, change their hair color, do this, do that, do this. They've decided instead of just going the extra mile to do the things to be us, they will create mixed children to have, of course, our features, but have that lighter skin. And granted, that is not the case in all relationships. I know this. We know this. But there have been people who have spoke out loud and said, I don't want dark children, or, I want me a Black man, so my child look like this. I want me a Black woman because Black women do this, and my child look like this. And then as Black people, I hear, the whole, they don't like being this dark, so they go, create life with someone lighter or white so they can have lighter children, the blue eyes, the curly hair, like, you know, it's just been a theme. So as far as just talking about jungle fever on this episode, I'm really not go truly, I'm gonna get into white people and other races and ethnicities, fetishizing over us. But I'm really gonna hone in on something that has really been bothering me over the past couple of years, and I keep hearing it more and more and more. And we're gonna talk about that last because it's deeper, okay? But kind of to just circle back. Oh, people wanted to procreate with us just because they want a certain look and they want a certain hair texture and all that. Not cool. And I really hate that a lot of black people are falling victim to that. And they're not really truly seeing the signs. But, yeah. They didn't love us before. What make you think they just truly could have loved us? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there are some who really and truly do not see color. They just want to love us for who we are. They want us to love them back. They want to accept us. They want to be accepted by us. You know what I'm saying? There are some good ones out there. But not all of them are good. They got some intentions. And then, of course, granted, athletes come in all shades, color, sizes, etc. But, of course, we know our black athletes are being hunted down. Like, it's dog eat dog, where it's white girls versus everybody. Because they be swooping in before you can even think of this nigga. They been knowing who these niggas is before you even, had a chance, So it's just crazy. Like, I've heard both sides from them and also the men about how they just be plotting on them. And, it's really disgusting. And don't get me wrong. Just because white people are doing no, that don't mean black girls don't plot on men, especially men with money or men they feel like go have money in their potential. All women plot. All people plot. But just, targeting black athletes is crazy. Like, baby, there's some white ones. They got the Asian ones, the Chinese ones, the Italian ones. There's other type of athletes. Y'all don't have to just target black people. Granted, again, I know why we're being targeted, okay? But it's just like, if you only in it for, the money and stuff like that, please bother somebody else. Please, I beg. Leave us some black men, okay? So that's just a quick spill on that. But the real reason why I really wanted to get into the jungle fever situation is because, that's normal. We've been known they wanted to be like us. We've been knew that they, want to make the light skin, curly hair, blue eye, green eye children, all that stuff. But I've been seeing this a little too much. And, a man actually spoke up about this on TikTok. And let me see if I can find the TikTok. But it's really, I'm not hurt. Like, I'm not truly, like, genuinely hurt. But I'm more, well, let me rephrase this. I don't feel a type of way until a man tries to make me feel a type of way. A black man at that. Like, I've never been opposed to interracial dating. Like, if you truly dating for the right reasons, kudos to you. If you dating for the wrong reasons, as long as I don't know, it's not my business. I'm not finna go be digging in nobody's relationship trying to figure out if a white woman love this black man for real or this black man love this white woman for real or whatever. I don't give a fuck. Love who you love. I'm a fan of love, point blank period. I don't care who you love. My problem is when your love is based on your hate and your disrespect of someone else. And black men are very loud and disrespectful to black women when they choose white women or other ethnicities. And I kid you not, I feel like men who do that, they don't truly just want another race. They're doing it because either they have mama problems or like trust issues with black women in general. Or my favorite, like, they just was never chose growing up. And when I say chose, I mean like when they was interested in a black girl, something to someone they probably was like lame, corny, a nerd, just, not popular or whatever. And so they were dissed by black girls, and it just kind of made them dislike them. But, you know, of course, the white girl always accepted them because they were an athlete, da-da-da-da. Or, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they accepted them and they felt like we didn't, so they just damn near hate us. I really, truly want y'all to love who y'all love without disrespecting us. Because honestly, as a woman, we could say the same damn thing. Because a lot of you fucking men are colorist. Some of you, yes, you still date black women. But if that motherfucker ain't light, and I mean damn near cream, with probably just a little hint of caramel, you're not going. That's as black as it gets for you. And granted, I'm brown skinned. If you guys actually watch my vlogs, if you've seen me on social media or you've ever came across me in person, I am brown skinned. I'm not dark skinned, not light skinned. I'm in the middle. I'm just brown skinned. And even me being brown skinned, I'm not gonna say I get overlooked, but me being brown skinned, I'm still not the typical color they would go for. You literally have to be lighter than me, okay? You have to be damn near pale. You gotta be the light skinned pale. Yellow bone, not the red, okay? Like, they not going. They like it light, and they feel like light is right. And they feel like we just do so wrong. And I'm just tired of black men just spinning the narrative of they date white girls because black women are so difficult, or black women don't want to listen, or black women try to be too independent, or they just come up with so many fucking excuses as to why they don't like black women instead of just saying the correct reason, their real purpose of not dating black women. And a lot of us know what hella of these niggas' reasons for not dating us. And some of their logic is not incorrect. Like when they say we're more difficult. We're not more difficult. We're more strict. Well, some of us, you know. Once we are fully aware of who we are, we have a career, we have goals, we're driven to do our own thing outside of a man. We're deemed too independent. We're deemed too difficult because we don't have to just sit down and listen, and we don't have to just sit around and let them do what they want to do and just get their handouts, whatever they want to give us, and just let them go on about their business. We're not like that. Black women, black men is what, black people in general, we come from more broken homes than any other race. So we're not, a lot of us don't truly get to see what and I'm not even gonna call it a real marriage, a partnership is supposed to look like. And I don't mean a perfect partnership, a real partnership, none of that, just a partnership. A lot of us don't know what a true partnership looks like. So we settle for different things. And then if we're not settling, then we've been in survival mode and we just in hustle mode. So a lot of us, especially in a point of our life where we are, especially me, we feel like we don't need no man. Because we got this far by ourselves. Why need a man now? And a lot of men don't like that. But I want men to stop blaming us because our parents can only give us what they have. They can only teach us what they know. A lot of our parents have not been married. A lot of our parents have not been in great relationships. A lot of our parents actually have been married, but it wasn't the dream marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many different reasons why we are the way we are. But one thing about most races and ethnicities and cultures, just overall in general, everything that's outside of black people, when you look at white people, when you look at Indians, Arabics, Arabics, because I forget some Arabics, I apologize. They are conditioned for marriage, early age. In some cultures, especially if you're like a king, queen, prince, princess, you're betrothed before you're born. Your mate's already picked out, babe. You're conditioned to be a husband. You're conditioned to be a wife. Most importantly, a lot of men honestly aren't conditioned to be a husband. It's just instilled in them that they have to marry. But a lot of other ethnicities, as women, they are literally conditioned to be a wife. Not to have no career, not to go to school, not to establish themselves, but to be married, to be a wife, to be a mother, to take care of home, to listen. You know, this has been put into their brain since they probably could walk, probably before then. And it don't matter if their homes are broken, if their parents been divorced, if they parents been in domestic violence. None of that matters. None of it. Because at the end of the day, no matter how terrible their parents are, the relationships their parents have, they are still conditioned to be partners. And we're not. So dating us and being a partner to us can be a lot different than them. And that's what I tell people. Black people we don't give each other enough grace. A lot of us are so quick to be looking for something easy. Nobody wants to put in the work. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to put in the work. So a lot of black men, I hear them say like, white women just easy. Now, when it comes to other ethnicity and stuff, now I'm finna just single in on white people. And I apologize. I'm not racist. I'm not trying to be prejudiced, but this is the truth. Because I really don't hear them say this about a lot of other races when it comes to women. They particularly always just say white women are easier. Again, conditioned to be wise. But also, they are conditioned to find providers. So a lot of athletes, rich athletes or rich men that date white women, they are conditioned to find men like you. Because their parents won't accept them dating mediocre, middle class, lower class. You be dating higher class. And then a lot of them their parents still don't even want them dating black people, but they go accept you because you got money. Because you got money and status. Black people take what we can get in a partner. Granted, there are some of us that are gold diggers, want some money, blah, 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 blah. That's not abnormal. There's nothing new. That's been a thing. It's been a thing. But we just, I don't know. Relationships and stuff just different for us. So we go into relationships on different terms. Like, we may really like you. And it's going to be so crazy. Y'all, I seen the craziest TikTok. And I be damned if I ever do this. And I'm not ashamed about it, whoever has. And I'm not ashamed about it, ever will do it. But we just so used to taking what we can. I seen a TikTok of a woman. Her man was cheating on her, right? He had just got a crib. No bed in his crib, right? He cheated on her. Him and the side piece laying in the floor, rolled up in cover, cuddled up sleep. I would fucking never. I don't ever want no man that bad that I'm finna go lay on the floor with no man. Especially lay on the floor with a man that already belongs to somebody. You out your rabbit ass mind. Your rabbit ass mind. Never. But when it comes to white women and them other ethnicities, y'all think they doing that? Boy, hell no. They looking for somebody with some money and some status. To provide, to protect. They're not settling. They are not settling. Don't get me wrong, some of them, like I said before, they truly do want you for who you are. So I'm not going to call that settling, because they truly want you. So to them in their heart, they're not settling. They're fulfilled by your relationship. They're taking you as you are. But majority of them, crazy as hell. They're not settling. But like I said, at the end of the day, I'm just really, really tired of the disrespect to black women in order to truly date outside of us. And what's crazy is y'all be thinking we care, and we don't. We don't fucking care who y'all date. We don't care, and we don't have a problem until y'all just have to constantly shit on us and down us just to say you date something else or someone else. You don't have to do all that. You don't have to do that. Love who you love. Be with who you want to be with. But don't try to hurt us in the process. A lot of us are innocent. We ain't did nothing to you. And to be honest, whatever black woman, whether it's your mother, sister, aunt, ex-girlfriends, crush in high school, whatever black woman it is, they got you so hurt. They got you so scorned. Probably didn't even mean to hurt you. Probably didn't need to hurt you. You probably need therapy. Just move on. Y'all hurt us. Black men do us in time and time and time again. Physically, emotionally, mentally. Yet you don't hear us saying, oh, I'm finna go get me a white man because white men are easier. Black men don't know how to do this. Da, 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 da. If a black woman talking shit about y'all, it's because y'all truly did something. We literally talking about y'all ass. We calling you a dog ass nigga. We calling you a broke ass nigga. We calling you a scamming ass nigga. We're actually calling you out on the shit that you're doing. And that's what y'all don't like. That's why y'all think going on the other side is easier, because y'all lack accountability and y'all don't like for us to hold y'all accountable. And then y'all try to turn around on us and be saying that we're not accountable. Y'all don't even want to take accountability for your actions and how y'all treat us. So when shit get rough, y'all go looking for easy. But y'all so fucking dumb. A lot of y'all don't see that going on the other side not even easier, because that woman may want you, but that does not mean her family wants you. That's not going to mean her family going to let that slide. You putting yourself in harm's way to get away from us sometimes. But y'all so pressed to get away from us for just being who we are, who we've been taught to be, who we had to learn to be. Just to go shit on us, to go lay next to somebody who ancestor probably owned yours. That shit be crazy to me. And it's like, even though y'all always constantly be trying to do us in and do us wrong, we love y'all unconditionally. We as black people, we do a lot of fucked up shit to each other. Men and women, women to women, men to men. We definitely do a lot of fucked up shit to each other. The only difference between us and them doing fucked up shit to each other, we don't stand together and we don't stick together as a community. Them fucking white people, if they hate it, they could be fucking enemies. But you take your black ass over there and you fuck around, you accidentally die or something like that, I bet you the same motherfuckers that all hate each other go all work together to hide your body. They don't give a fuck how much they hate each other. They hate us more. But y'all don't think like that. Y'all just looking for easy. And to end this video, I found a perfect message from a black king himself speaking on this. So let's tune in.
Oh, the reason we don't... So there's a whole bunch of black men getting on the app talking about, oh, the reason we don't date black women no more is the way that they're raised. You know, an example would be a guy named I Am Truths 357 or something like that. He goes into, oh, it's the way y'all raised, stuff like this. Let me tell you something. Black men weren't raised to be providers nor leaders. And as a collective group, they're not providers nor leaders. Now, I just find that quite hilarious that we want to talk about the way black women are raised, but you don't want to talk about the way black men are raised when y'all come from these exact same broken households that your father ruined majority of the time. And y'all be trying to preach to women about what they should do and what they need to be. This is coming from a group of men who can't even provide the climate for a woman to be submissive and rest in her femininity. You don't provide that. You don't know how to love. You don't have any compassion. You don't have any empathy, sympathy, nor grace for your group of women. But yet, they're supposed to submit to a group of men who can't lead nor provide and complain about providing. Complain about everything. Always blaming them for all the problems. Hey, and all the reason that the community messed up is because the black woman ruined it. This is what black women are supposed to get with, bro. And let me tell you something. Men who get women, men who are married, men who know how to love and treat a woman right, do not get on the internet and complain about what black women certain black women that we have no business messing with are doing.
Talk about it.
If she's not a good woman, you don't get with that woman. What am I going to talk about the bad woman for? A man focus on what he wants and he go gets what he wants. We don't sit here making excuses and talk about the bad apples. But that's all they want to talk about. Oh, the bad black with the problem with the majority of the black. That's not the case. The majority of black women are not bad. But the majority of y'all men, in my opinion, it's just my opinion, you don't qualify for a good woman. Because if you did, you would have one.
Okay.
You would be talking about how much you love your wife.
Okay.
But you don't have one. And every day you go to bed, you cuddle with a pillow. That's all you have is that pillow. And then you'll hop on TikTok or YouTube to make a video about black. That's all you have is your bitter audience and your pillow. And when you get to them retirement homes, you ain't gonna have no support system around you as well. And that's what you get. Trying to tell black women that they need to learn how to be submissive and respect a man. Ain't nothing to respect about a lot of y'all. Your content that you dropping don't even deserve respect. You think you deserve a good black woman? You don't qualify for one, homeboy. You never even uplift her. Your whole page is dedicated to tearing down the womb that gives birth to you. Come on now. You disqualified yourself the moment you opened your mouth. Majority of y'all men that's speaking. And dog, when y'all be talking about y'all got these passports and we going over here and because we being treated like kings, we see the way that those women talk bad about BLK men as well. And we know that you are a walking lick. They know that you are a walking lick. You ain't getting it ain't all gravy on that side. It's not. The grass ain't green on that side. Let's stop the cap. And majority of y'all that do that, you really wanted a black woman. But black women didn't want you. Because you have issues. Some of y'all be making all the problems about what women did and women did. But you never look in the mirror and realize that you just don't qualify. You just don't qualify for a good black woman. And that's what you get, bro. Because a man, see, I got mine. A man who loves his wife, a man who has dealt with nothing but black women, who loves black women, who appreciate black women, will have no problem finding a good black woman because he knows what to look for. And maybe instead of telling women to choose better, maybe it's actually you men who should choose better. I can't even say that though, because a lot of y'all be having a good black woman and then you ruin her. So there's a whole bunch of
and that is coming from a black king. A black king. Do you hear me? He said what the fuck he said. This man's TikTok name is Controversial Shannon. Okay? Those are his words. That is coming from a black man. And like he said, like I said earlier, black men are not raised to be providers, especially not in this day and age. Don't get me wrong. The black men in my family, I come from an older generation family like I knew my great-great-grandparents. Now, they're some steppers. Those are providers. And that is why my standards are so high when it comes to men. Like I said in previous podcast episodes, I dabble and I fuck around and I play around with these niggas. But when it comes to really loving a man, I know for a fact I need me a partner. I know for a fact I need me a provider and a protector. Because that's all I know. Anything that I choose to do outside of that is on some thrill-seeking shit, on some bullshit. But me as a woman, especially the woman that I currently am and the woman that I am becoming, the woman that I know I'm about to be, the shit that black men got to offer me, majority of the black men got to offer me, baby, what can you bring to the table? Because I can buy the table, I own the table, the chairs, hell, the kitchen, okay? Like, I'm really starting to think it's just a hate train about black women because black women are becoming so successful. Like, we are literally showing that we don't need a man. And that's what men are starting to hate. Like, when you look at, like, college graduated, I'm saying college graduated, that sounded so uneducated. College graduates, the most percentage of black grads are women. You got women in STEM. You got women in the White House. You got women CEOs. Bruh. The NFL agent, Nicole Lynn. Enough said. I ain't even got to say too much. If you follow sports, I don't have to say too much. Y'all hate that we can be successful without y'all. And that's why y'all don't want to deal with us. Because we don't need y'all. Or y'all feel like we don't need y'all. Or we do feel like we don't need y'all. But the difference between us and anybody outside of us that wants to date you is, most of the time that we with y'all niggas, it ain't because we need y'all. It's because we want y'all. We're choosing to be with you. We are choosing to be with you, who you are and what you come with. But y'all don't give a fuck about that. Y'all don't give a fuck about that. Y'all would choose the person that comes along when y'all finally got some shit to offer, and they take all that shit, and then y'all be looking back at us like, damn. Nah, stay over there where you was. Because when we wanted y'all ain't want us. So when we go where the love at, don't be looking at us sideways because y'all started this. We didn't start this. Y'all did. And y'all was loud and clear and disrespectful with it. Real fucking nasty. I love that for black women though. I love that for us. Granted, dating is so much harder for us because we genuinely don't need y'all. Like on a monetary sense and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, we all need each other. We were not created to do this shit alone. That's not what God envisioned for us. We were meant to be a team. We were meant to be partners. It don't matter how successful we can be on our own as black women. We need y'all. Just like y'all need us. And until y'all are really, truly ready to just admit it, shit go forever stay how it is. Like, when we go break the cycle, y'all? We got so many fucking cycles to break. We got so many. But when are we going to start? When are we going to step up? We got to do it. Or it's going to forever be like this. And the shit is tiring. It is exhausting. It is exhausting. I'm tired of having to act like I don't give a fuck about y'all and be a fucking pit bull. I want to be submissive. I want to be domesticated. I want to love me a black man. I want me a black king. Hello. I don't want to dabble in no other race. I want to be with y'all. Even though y'all can't even fucking stand us. It's crazy to me. But y'all heard that man. He said it too. So what we gonna do about it, y'all? What we gonna do? We need to figure it out. And we need to figure it out together and soon. Because I've been waiting on my black king, and baby, I'm getting real impatient. And I'm really finna go where the love at. But I really want the love to be here with my black people. I don't want to go to the other side. If I gotta stay single, I'll stay single because I love y'all. But damn. Well, anyways, that's enough for today's episode because I could probably go on and on and on and on and on. And I don't want this to get too opinionated. Like, of course, it's my opinions, but I just don't want to run way too off and get into my intrusive thoughts that I can't come back. So, thank y'all so much for listening to this episode. I hope over the next few years we can figure it out. We can, we can lock back in. We can continue being beautiful black couples, creating beautiful black children, and just focus on building our community and, just overall working together and supporting each other as partners, friends, all of the above. But y'all already know the drill. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, leave a review, and make sure y'all come back next week. Bye.